at-bats and 91 points. Forced them to shoot 34% from the three. I know they got 8 threes, but they were contested threes, but we got the stops when we needed them. The thing that I was pleased with the most was we only turned the ball over 9 times.
And in the fourth quarter, in taking care of the basketball, you only had 1 turnover in that entire fourth quarter, which was the most crucial quarter. Okay, tonight it obviously looked like it was a different basketball team defensively. You had some new stuff in, but the focus was there. There were some moments tonight with closeouts, rotation. Is that an exaggeration, or did you see that much growth in your team from preseason to just the first game?
Well, it's hard to see that right now without watching the film, but we feel like we can disrupt teams with our smalls. Trevor was amazing tonight, guarding multiple positions, playing the floor at times. Corey McGetty came in and changed the game, and we felt like our switches were good in the second half. In the first half, they weren't that good. And then we rebounded tonight when we needed to. Mecca played great defense on Bogut. D. West got into foul trouble, and that kind of messed us up a little bit. And then Jason comes in, and he's active. And so I could go around the team tonight and just talk about what guys did. But Chris was amazing, talking on defense, making sure we're in the right sets. So it was a good win for us.
Coach, somebody will look at the box, and they'll look and they'll say, Mecca 0 for the lack of the field goal attempts, etc. But he was doing rebounding and defense. Was that happening because the guards were doing a nice job of taking advantage of dribble, driving the ball moving, and getting to the lane, to the rim? What was that reason? Were other things happening that maybe we missed?
Well, we shot 17 threes, and we missed a ton of them. And so, obviously, we were taking a lot of jump shots tonight, but we made an effort at halftime to talk about driving the ball. Mecca is a guy, we don't call a lot of plays for him, but he's a byproduct of Chris's pick and rolls and Marco's penetration and playing off of David. That's something I have to work on and try to get him some more looks, but I thought, again, he played really good defense on Bogut, and he got some timely rebounds down the stretch.
It was nice to see things unfold over the course of the game that we introduced the shoot-around. And you warned them about schemes, and the schemes are unfolding, and they reacted to what carried over from this morning.
Well, we talked about those late clock switches. We didn't want to get into early clock switches where Chris is on a big or big small forward in the post, and we got the switches when we needed them. What I was pleased with, when we did get switches, we were able to rebound. A lot of times you'll switch and you'll just hang out there on the perimeter, and we made sure our guards got in there tonight and got the rebound.
Coach, final question, because I know you evaluate tape, you guys are going to break it all down. So when you look at this game, even in the win, does something jump off before you look at the tape that's going to have to be addressed and discussed with the team?
Well, just execution. That our bench came in the first half, and we didn't have the execution that I thought we should have had. And I'm trying to juggle these lineups, and a lot of that's on me. Trying to find time for a number of guys, and I got to focus on the win more so than just trying to find time for guys. But I thought our guys handled that situation well. And then D. West picked up his 5th foul, and what happened, Jared got cracked, and my attention went to Jared, and I think that's when David picked up his 4th foul. And so that's a coaching no-no. I can't put David in that position, and I'll try to get better at that.
Way to start the career.
Thank you.
Hey, Monty, can you talk about the consistency offensively with David? When there were lulls, he seemed to be the consistent kind of threat, and then also the spark at times when you guys needed it.
Well, he had 22 points in 26 minutes. That pick and roll is effective because we have other shooters out there that they have to pay attention to. They were trying to force our pick and rolls to the sideline tonight. It left a lot of room for him to do his thing. And as unsung as he is, David's not fooling anybody. I mean, they know what we're going to go to, and he still is able to get his shot off. And he was a monster tonight on the offensive end. And some of his fouls tonight, I thought they were just first game fouls, jitters, and everybody's kind of running around with their heads cut off. But I thought he settled in late, and I'm thankful he didn't foul out.
Coach, can you talk about the performance of the team faces as Trevor and Marco?
Yeah, everybody's looking for those guys to knock their shots down all the time, and I am as well. But I thought defensively they did a good job of switching. And And once we started talking about taking the ball to the basket, I thought they both did a good job of attacking the rim. Maybe they didn't finish every time, but a couple of times Marco got to the free throw line. And what I liked about Marco and Trevor is they didn't stop shooting. A lot of times you start missing shots like that, and you'll hesitate or you'll hitch, and you'll get a 3-second call because the bigs think you're going to shoot the ball, and you don't take the shot. Those guys kept shooting the ball, and that's what we're going to need them to do.
3-point shooting, I guess the biggest need to address.
We have a number of needs we have to address. I don't think it's just 3-point shooting. You're not going to shoot a good percentage all the time. I mean, look around the league, nobody has, especially from the 3-point line. The thing that we've talked about is it doesn't matter if you don't make your shots. We got to get back on the other end and defend. And if you hold a team like that to 91 points, it speaks volumes about your mentality. On nights you can't put the ball in the ocean, get back on the other end and get a stop, and maybe you get a layup the next time.
Monty, you talked about before the game, you were a little nervy and had to leave the house early. You think you'll be able to calm the nerves down with being 1-0, get your first win kind of out of the way?
I'll calm down in July when we're not playing anymore. It's natural for me. It was the same way I was when I played. So much of it is, you want to do well, you want the guys to perform well, and at the same time, at the end of the day, it's just basketball. And that was what on the way to the gym today, I was thinking, what am I so worried about? It's still basketball.
Good. Thanks, Coach.